Hello everyone and welcome to PT Silent Hill, the walkthrough. I'm Crackshot Diva and I'll be taking you along this journey, this rather scary journey. I must say this game caught my eye straight away. Just the look of it is absolutely amazing. At this moment I'm not sure who our character is called, but he's going to start walking now. Okay, so the first time you enter this corridor, which you're going to see repeatedly, there's not much you do, apart from have a look around, listen to the radio, just to get a feel of the current story. What's just happening. Stand by here. In regards to this game, it brought back the fear that I used to feel in games. It's very hard to scare me. But as a 12-year-old kid, I used to play the old Resident Evils and Silent Hills. I must have been about 12 when they came out on the PlayStation 1 when it first ever came out. And that fright when playing games basically completely vanished until this game came out. It gave me the absolute chills, and it even recycles the radio sound when monsters come. In Resident Evil 1, that high-pitched squeaking sound, that happens when the haunting actually starts to happen through the radio. So there are a lot of pieces from the old games within this playthrough, even though it is completely first person, which is unlike any Silent Hill that I've ever played before. So we're just going to let the radio keep babbling on for a bit here, so that we can continue. If you leave before it actually finishes, you'll just keep hearing it on going through until you actually hear the end of it. So here we go, we've heard the end of it, and we're off. So this is the second cycle. And here I'm going to have a look round. This torn picture will come into play in a moment. That is one of the puzzles also. So we're going to try this door, and it doesn't open, so we have to go back. As we go back, the door should start banging. There we go. And that sets off the next clue. So the door won't open until you find the next clue. So, go back. The torn photo has now fallen to the floor. If you click the button that it tells you to, which is R3, you'll find your zoom button. There are only 4 buttons and a microphone used in this game. So that's obviously 2 sticks for moving around and looking, the X button, which comes into play later, and your microphone you will need at the end of the game. You can't proceed without your PlayStation microphone. Okay, cycle 3. I'm going to keep going. Now at this point, because you've found the photo, you can actually look for the photo pieces at this moment in time. You can collect them all, but I decide not to and keep going into the next cycle. The reason why I didn't collect all the photos at that point in time is because if you collect them all at once, the main scare which happens in the game doesn't happen. So here we go. Doors lock, the next cycle. As you can see, if you go to that door, this door opens. You look in, and Lisa gives us a bit of a peekaboo there. And then you can continue on to the 4th cycle. You can probably do this game in around about 20 minutes, but if you want to enjoy the game, have a look around. Things do happen in this game that alternate, which I'll come to in a moment. So I've just seen Lisa at the end of the hall. All you have to do with this one is just keep walking forward. Nothing much to see apart from a load of cockroaches. Let's keep going. Cycle 5. Naturally this will open, you'll be hesitant to go in, but you need to get your flashlight, and then the bathroom door will close behind you. Second jump scare. So this isn't a puzzle per se, just have a look around the bathroom. The first time I went into the bathroom I had to stop because of this, what is effectively a premature baby inside the sink. It just completely horrified me. And I had to stop the game because it physically made me feel sick. But as you can see now, someone is now trying to get into the bathroom. Just let them try and get in, they won't get in. Trust me. And as you can see, there's cockroaches dropping from the ceiling, which happen in the corner of your eye, which made me jump a couple of times when I first played it. In order also to finish this puzzle, you need to look in the mirror and you'll see the door open through the mirror. So that's how you kind of trigger the door to open after the haunting is finished. So I'm going to go out and back through the door to do the 6th cycle. So, as you can see, I'm going to look at the picture. What you want to be doing is pressing X in order to gouge it out, as it says. I'm positive that is the reason why Lisa doesn't jump my bones and get me. The reason that I gouged the eye out, because usually when the radio prompts you to do something, which it is doing now, continue to listen, which is very, very spooky. It will tell you not to touch that dial and to look behind you. Either of those prompts, if you were to press R3 on the dial or look behind you, would prompt the 3rd jump scare, which would be Lisa basically tearing your head off. But for some reason I don't get that, because I actually try do it myself and nothing actually happens. And I was a bit disappointed in that, because I did want to show you that, but never mind, continue on. Sometimes if she doesn't get you here, she can get you in the actual hallway and also in the following hallway. You'll usually hear her breathing down your neck, and look, I do try and prompt the scare, but it never actually happens. Okay, so let's press forward. Now, what dropped down from the ceiling actually always makes me jump, does that jump scare. That'll be the 4th jump scare. And I have a little bit of a look around here. And I decide to start on the picture puzzle. So there are 6 pieces. There's one in the actual plant pot, and you do have to press R3 on each one. There is one on the floor where all these tin cans are by the clock radio. As you can see, each time you find one it flashes. And there's one in the corner by the teddy bear. There's also one on the ceiling by the bathroom in the corner. And there is actually one in the options menu. If you click options on your PS4 pad, the brightness menu will come up. If you press R3 on the brightness menu, you will find another piece of the picture there. The 6th piece of the picture I do forget to pick up initially, because I'm distracted by my I Can Hear Voices from Hell motif, as you've just seen on the wall. But it is actually in the transition hall. So when you go through the open door on the stairs to the right hand side, I think on the 3rd stair down you'll find it, but I happen to be distracted by the messages on the walls here. As you can see, it's just building up the atmosphere, and so we're on we're on the 7th cycle. I'm trying to count these now. If I lose count, I am sorry. And everything starts going red. You get the horrible ceiling. You hear the radio, which I decide to listen into. It only gives you one line, which is a bit rubbish to tell you the truth, but each little piece of the story is gradually building up, keeping the atmosphere thick and heavy. The haunting, the sound of Lisa breathing down your neck also, ooh, it's just horrible. Okay, so the 8th cycle. So as you can see, I now remember that I've forgotten a piece of the picture. So you can see a piece missing, but I do pick that up later. Have a quick look in the bathroom just to make sure anything changes. Yeah. And I think this is the telephone puzzle that I am now doing. As you can see, the word hello is sketched on the wall. All you have to do is keep going back and forth, and each letter will actually print itself on the wall next to the sentence. I can hear voices from, and with the word hello you can guess what it's going to spell out. It can take a little bit of a while to do this. You can sometimes just look down and look back up and it will transfer, and as soon as you've completed the puzzle you will hear Lisa laughing or cackling behind you, which is rather unnerving. As you can see, here we go with the, it's on the 5th stair down, 2nd one on the bottom, there we go. As we go through, this will be the 9th cycle now. I'm sure you can do it a bit quicker than this. You can probably shave off 2 or 3 minutes if you wanted to do a speed through. Now, as we listen to the demonic chantings on the radio, this will trigger the 10th cycle to be like you're under a spell or some sort of possession. Now, in this 10th cycle, all you need to find is a hole in the wall, and it'll be on the right hand side, over a fallen painting. So I'm running through to find it. It's not hard to find. There we go, found it, and what you need to do is press R3 and look through. It's very subtle in the way that it builds up the tension and keeps the chills running through this game. It is so well done. It keeps you on your toes all the way through. You're absolutely terrified to look through this hole in the wall for what you might see. Well, I know I was. You've got to watch it all the way to the end. And there we go, no turning back now. And on that note, I'll start the 11th cycle on my second video, my second part of this video. So thank you all for watching. This has been Crackshot Diva with part 1 of PT Walkthrough. Thanks a lot. Bye!